Hi everyone, welcome back from spring break. I got to spend some time outside and I certainly hope you got to do something that you enjoy as well. I wanted to send you a video. I didn't do it before break when we had found out that we weren't going to physically be together the rest of the year because quite honestly I needed a couple days just to get over my sadness and figure out a game plan and readjust my attitude to understand what opportunities we still have left. But I wanted to start just by saying that I am truly sorry to seniors for the obvious thing that you don't get a walk at graduation, and juniors and seniors and others that are missing the prom, but also freshmen and sophomores and all of you who are missing out on quite a few experiences in the classroom as well as outside the classroom, be it athletic events, the play, American Pie, your things with clubs, anything like that. So you're missing out, I understand, on a lot of different opportunities and experiences related to growth and friendships and leadership and things like that. Hi everyone, welcome back from break. I got to spend quite a bit of time outside and I hope that you got to do something that you really enjoyed too. I wanted to start out with an apology. I did not send a video before break because once I got the news that we were not physically going to be at school the rest of the year, I was a bit depressed and sad about it and needed some time to just process it and get to a good space before I spoke with you. And I'm there now, but I wanted to first apologize to all of you. I am truly sorry for what you guys are experiencing and losing. Seniors that can't walk for graduation, people that were going to go to the prom, juniors and seniors and others, as well as freshmen and sophomores, and the things that you all are kind of missing out on related to athletic events, club activities, and lots of experiences related to growth, not just academically, but outside the classroom, for developing your leadership skills and things, developing really deep and strong relationships with people. I get that you have missed out on a lot, but what I also know is that it provides you a lot of opportunities here for the duration of the school year. And some of those opportunities include things still like academic achievements and learning content in your classrooms, but it's still developing relationships with other students and teachers, just doing it in a new way. You can still be a leader, you can still take on service projects, you can still do a lot of things, and I hope that you will embrace those opportunities. And this quote, I think, really does, for me, explain it. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So I would challenge you to still try to embrace what's lying out in front of you for the next 2.5 months as far as opportunities that other teachers and other adults are giving you to finish up the school year on a positive note and heading in the right direction for the future, no matter where that future might be. But for me specifically, I want you to consider this, which is always remember that you're braver than you believe, you're stronger than you seem, you're smarter than you think, which I know for sure is true, that you guys are harder on yourselves than we are, that you are definitely much smarter than you think, but most importantly for me, that you're loved more than you know. So I do love each and every one of you guys, and if you ever need something, please don't hesitate to contact me in the next few months, but for the next few years as well, and forever, because once you're my student, you're always my student. And with that said, I wanted to talk about what is in store this week for us, as well as kind of after that. So I have pulled up for you the agenda for this week, and I just want to go over some things specifically this week, and then I will talk about overall. So this week you're going to start out with a cardboard testimony, and this is really just important for me to start to understand where you're at right now. That is going to be due on Thursday, and that will count as your attendance if you turn that in for Thursday. Then we're going to do Chapter 13 stuff. So the way that I have set this up, if you look, is I want you to read, if you need to, Section 1 and 2, do the 5 key terms, and then I've recorded the payroll lecture, and then here's the PowerPoint that you might want to review while you're looking in the work together problem. And I've done that for 13.1 and 13.2. And then I've said 13.1 and 2 on your own if you need practice, and then the apps will be graded. And then on Wednesday, Section 3 and 4, the same setup. So that's the rest of the chapter. And then on Thursday, I do the cardboard testimony, and then doing more of Chapter 13 stuff and just catching up whatever you didn't get done in those first 4 sections. I put together this summary because there is a lot happening in this chapter for sure. And then payment, timing, and reporting requirements, which is another summary that hopefully can help you start to process this stuff and organize it in your head. And I did a video kind of walking through those 2 documents, so that might help a lot of you. Then I have done mastery problem hints and video, and then going into next week, so Thursday's a catch-up day. Then Tuesday when you get back here, let me scroll down to the bottom. Tuesday when you're back at it again, the mastery problem is going to be due, and again I've given you some check totals in this document so that you know if you did it right. And then Wednesday you'll take the Canvas and MindTap quizzes, and then we'll start Chapter 14 on Thursday next week. And then from there on out, that's kind of how it's all going to go. So we'll do 14 the next week, and then 15 and 16 still for the rest of this year. So let me just kind of briefly talk about the approach on these chapters. My plan is that I will expect you to do the terms, and when you do those terms and turn them in on Canvas, make sure I can see the front side of the card and then flip it over in the back as you're counting these things. If I can't see both sides, I won't be giving credit for those. Then I will always lecture, demonstrate the work together problem for you. And then the on your own, if you want to do it for practice, you can. I will not grade the on your owns. And then the application problems, I will grade on every section. And the mastery, I will grade for every chapter. I will not grade the work together, the on your own, the study guides. I won't even make available to you the challenge problems using source documents or any of those others. So that's every chapter. And then rather than taking the test, I will ultimately just give you the Canvas quiz, the multiple choice, and I'll give you a password and remind every time for that, and then I will give you the MindTap quiz over the chapter, and those 2 quizzes will act as your test. And what I would say just kind of overall then is I will give you Canvas attendance quizzes every day to take, and we will do Chapter 13, which is payroll related in the entries, and there's a lot in that chapter. So that's the worst one we have left in my opinion. And then we will do 14, 15, and 16, which are not nearly as much material as these other ones are. So that's what we'll cover content-wise. And then I am not planning on doing a Zoom call because that was the majority of the feedback. But if you have issues trying to figure any of this stuff out or it's confusing to you, please reach out. I am happy to help you. You can send me a remind message. You can email me. You can send me a text with your phone number and I can call you. We can do lots of different things, so don't just stew away not understanding it. I'm happy to help and hoping that the lectures and other things, hints that I've given you, will help as well. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great week. Get back into it. Grab onto that opportunity to still achieve a lot of great things here in the next 2.5 months. And just know, I think the world of you. You can do this. Rock on.